Have you ever been digging around your beer fridge and discovered a can or bottle of something you had not remembered was there? Well, that's what this special segment is all about. There are so many great beers out there, and with only a couple of times each month to share them with you, it was time to add a new segment to address this. Welcome to Beer Fridge Bonus. Since National Mead Day is coming up on August 3rd, I thought it would be a great time to take a trip to Valhalla and taste a few different types. Mead Day supports local meaderies and homebrewers, fostering a sense of community. People visit local breweries, learn about the mead making process, and even try brewing their mead. This celebration promotes small businesses and connects people who share a love for this distinctive beverage. It's a perfect occasion to discover new flavors and enjoy the communal spirit that mead inspires. So what I'm drinking today is Viking's Mjød from Batch Mead. From the brewer, sparkling sweet mead, aged on oak for over 6 months, made with local meadowfoam blossom honey. This award-winning mead is our best seller. Drink like a Viking with our perfectly sweet and supple Viking's Mjød. Sweet marshmallow notes of honey, vanilla, and creamy oak, golden in color and crystal clear. I'm excited. So without further delay, this is an 11% ABV mead. Since many of my listeners are based in the Midwest and may not be aware, Batch Mead is located in Temecula, California. They have been open since 2019 and are a small, family-owned business. If you're interested in learning more about their story and what they do, go to batchmead.com to learn more. I reached out to them to see whether they would be willing to donate some mead for review on the podcast. Lee was more than happy to send a couple of bottles my way. So to everyone at Batch Mead, I apologize for the delay in getting your product on the podcast. But thanks again for your support. So if you're interested, they have a lot of great meads on their website, and they do ship to the Midwest as well, which is pretty cool. So I poured the mead into 2 different glasses. The first glass I poured it into was a flagon, which came from my mother-in-law. It's made of pewter, and I couldn't think of a better way to drink a good mead. But I also poured a little bit into a small snifter style glass because I really wanted to be able to see what the mead looked like and kind of understand a little bit more about the color and the transparency and that sort of thing. First of all, on the nose, I'm getting a lot of sweet marshmallow type aroma, very much like the description that they provide. And there are also notes of vanilla as well. The mead is very clear and clean. It is a really light straw-colored pour. So first up impression. Woo! Wow. I'm blown away. So on the palate, I'm getting that nice marshmallowy type flavor. There's some vanilla in there. And then of course that nice boozy kind of honey burn that you get when you're drinking a mead. It's super smooth. And maybe on the nose here as it's warming just a shade, I'm maybe getting a little bit of that oak kind of coming through. That's so delicious. So a mead like this, which comes in at 11%, because of the flavor profile and the aromatic profile, this is the type of beverage that could really get you into trouble if you weren't careful. This is such a delicious mead. I love the label art on the bottle. It's got a picture of a helmet that's got some horns coming out of it, which, of course, we all know from history class that Vikings had horns on their helmets. Well, that's totally untrue, but I still love the vibe here. And it has some Viking runes on here as well, spelling out their name. Really cool label. I really love that oaky vibe that is lingering kind of on the outskirts of this particular mead. It's very, very subtle, but very delicious. It just really works well together with this meadow foam blossom honey. So, again, as this is continuing to warm up a little bit, I'm now getting a little bit more of that earthy kind of oak flavor on the tail end of this. It doesn't affect the overall, let's say, sweetness necessarily, but it just gives it another layer of really interesting flavor. Yeah, this is a super, super tasty mead. There's not much more I'm going to say other than I give Viking Mjød 4 tasters out of 5 on the Flightboard. Skål Batch Mead, and thanks again for sharing your product with me.
Just so you know, if you have a beer, cider, or mead that you'd like me to review here on Beer Fridge Bonus, let me know what it is by sending me a message through Instagram at 5beerplan2022 or emailing me at 5beerplan@frontier.com. If I can get my hands on it, I'll review it and give you props for suggesting it. If I can't get it and you can, perhaps you'd be willing to send a can or a bottle my way. I'm also looking for breweries who are interested in having an honest, unbiased review of their products. So if that's you, reach out today.